Previously on Tyzilla's Ramble On series. Last 2 weeks, my house has been crazy. We've had problem after problem. And don't subscribe to a channel and then go to Twitter and rant and bitch about how someone you've quote-unquote supported isn't showing you the same support. Don't do that. There's no light in the room, and I'm recording at 8. I'm recording when there's no fucking light outside. We paid all this fucking money to move this shit back into the back bedroom so I could bring you guys more content, and I've not been able to fucking do that. What's going on, everybody? I'm Tyzilla83. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the video. If you would, at the end, like, comment, share the content that you're watching here. And, of course, if you haven't already, tap the subscribe button down below. Now that we're caught up, you caught that what was on the last Ramble On, the first Ramble On video, actually. You caught a snippet of what was on that. I hope you guys, I did that because I hope you guys kind of get the gist of what the series is all about. I'm just going to ramble and rant about anything and all things here. And I think it's nice to kind of take a break away from only talking about games or doing these first impressions on games to just talk about what's on my mind. And maybe some of you will cling on to that and you know, enjoy the experience, and maybe you get something out of it too. Maybe you've had a rough week and you just want to hear someone ramble. You know, I've been there. Sometimes some of my favorite videos are ramble videos. So that's another reason why I'm doing these. So this week it's two things. And I'll just start off first off. The first one, I'll start off like this. The first one's about No Man's Sky. I've caught a little bit of shit for enjoying No Man's Sky. Yes, I know some people are doing it out of fun. They like poking. That's fine. Some of it's been legitimate. Some people have really are confused as to why anybody would like that game. And all I can really say to you is this game was tailor-made for people like me. If you can't comprehend that, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you don't get that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you look back. You know, to me, there's two people in life. There's people who really enjoy Tetris, and there's people who won't have anything to do with Tetris. Obviously, that's not how gaming works these days. You know, there's something for everybody out there, especially if you own a PC. Obviously, a lot of people like Tetris, right? But the point of that is there are different types of gamers out there. Sadly, and like I said multiple times on the Digital Fire podcast, what it did right for me and my hopes and expectations and my hype, it's delivered. I had realistic expectations of what the game is, what it was, what it is, and it's met the hype that I had for the game, the excitement that I have. I still, when I get done, of course I'm going to play other games. I'm going to play other games. Madden comes out Tuesday. I'm going to be playing that Madden tomorrow. I'm going to play the shit out of that. You know, and I'm going to play other games. And I think that should be okay. I can still play other games and enjoy No Man's Sky. But I have caught a lot of shit for liking that game. And I say a lot. I just catch it. You know, if I pop into a podcast and I say, hey, I'm enjoying No Man's Sky. If I go into a comment section and say, yeah, I'm enjoying No Man's Sky, I usually get replied with why, and the whys and the who whats and the what is wrong with you. But summary. Look, I like the game. I'm sorry it wasn't built for you. I'm sorry it wasn't built for the casual gamer. It just wasn't. That's the fact. Yeah, I don't blame the casual gamer for being like, man, forget this game. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't blame them. I don't even blame people for how mad they are. Which I'm sure, just bringing up that I like No Man's Sky is going to, feel free to comment down below and tell me how crazy I am. But I like the game. Sorry. The second thing on this list is about live streaming. I've had a friend of mine. This is not the same guy in the Haters and Creators video. For those of you who've been around for a long time, you remember that video? God, what was that, a year ago? Feels like a year ago. I had a video called Haters and Creators, and it was really all about this friend of mine. This is a separate guy, separate dude. And he asked me, straight up asked me on Facebook, said, dude, I want to get into live streaming, but I need some tips and pointers. Is there anything you could, you know, can you give me some hints, some, you know, whatever. And, of course, he's wanting to stream live gaming. He's a big console guy. He's a big Xbox guy, so he wants to stream his Xbox stuff. And I told him, I said, there's two things that I live by, and I feel like, even though I don't live stream, and by the way, I'm not a pro. Obviously, I don't even live stream myself. I'm on the Digital Fire podcast every week, but I don't live stream myself. I don't host, but I am a co-host, and I do have some kind of an understanding of what I think is right and wrong while live streaming. And I said, one of the things you need to do is, of the two things that I try to do, is give shout outs and let people know they're there. And let them know that you appreciate them coming out and taking time out of their day to watch you stream. And the other thing I said, obviously, was to try and be entertaining. And I know that not everyone goes there to watch you entertain. Some people literally are just, like, take the early No Man's Sky videos. People weren't there. They could probably give a shit about the host. They were there to watch No Man's Sky, see what it was all about, because the game hadn't launched. But in most cases, it's really good to be entertaining, as I try to be. Back when I did used to stream, I try to be entertaining. I try not to let the air, around me be empty. Like, I wanted to talk the whole time. Again, it's part of that trying to be an entertainer. And I told him, I said, I feel like a lot of live streamers today are getting away from that. And him and I were, again, talking back and forth about these individuals. He said he'd noticed that too. When he when he watches other people live stream, he said, I noticed that people don't always talk to their chat. Something else to consider, people are there, they kind of know what to expect. But I just think that it's just good practice to always, if you're getting into live streaming, be an entertainer, but most importantly, talk to the people, let them know you appreciate them being there. And it just drives me insane that people don't do that today. It seems like it's becoming more and more common. The guys that I follow, the people that I watch stream a lot, there's really only two or three. Abel Green, Big Fry, and Boogie2988. Big Fry and Abel I try to support as much as I can. But they're also really good streamers. They talk to the chat. They try to answer questions. They're there for them. They try to put chat. They try, not always, because that's hard. And we do the same thing in the Digital Fire podcast. We try to put the people in the audience. We try to put them first. Again, not always going to hit that mark, but what matters is most of the time, they do, and I feel like we do on the DFP. Boogie is we all know who he is. What is he, closing in on 4 million subscribers on YouTube? I don't know how big he is on Twitch, because I always watch him on my mobile phone, and you don't get all the stats on the mobile phone like you do on PC, but he's huge on Twitch. I think that goes without saying. He's a very good live streamer. Very good. He's very entertaining. And it's someone I would recommend, no matter how big or small his Twitch channel is. He's just good at what he does. And there's a reason why he's as big as he is. Boogie is one of the best. And I think Abel and Big Fry, no matter how big or small their channels are, those guys do good work live streaming. And if you're looking to get into that sort of thing, watch those guys. Watch those three. I think you'll get everything you need to know as far as what to do as the host and how to entertain and how to be a good live streamer. Those are guys I would recommend. That's it. That is it. I don't know if I want to end these any differently than I normally do on my other videos, but you know what? I like the message. Try like hell to be kind to one another. Until the next video, peace.